What is up, XRP community? Welcome back to another video. Thank you for joining me. I want to talk about the Japanese yen crash on Monday, what I believe really happened, some very telling data on the market from this year that'll probably surprise you, but I would say it's positive news. Bull run, is it on or off? I held a poll yesterday on my YouTube channel. The majority of you said the bull run is off, and I will tell you the level that Bitcoin needs to hold for the bull run to be on, and a large partnership with Ripple in the Middle East. I believe XRP is around 50 cents as I'm making this at noon on Wednesday. Bitcoin's at 56K. And some news from Donald Trump Jr. Donald Trump retweeted this as well on his social platform, Truth Social. I'm not sure if the Trumps are launching some DeFi platform, probably not a token, that would be a big liability. But Donald Trump Jr., Trump's son, has said we're about to shake the crypto world up with something huge, so keep an eye out for that. On Monday, the big market crash, I talked about in a video that BlackRock scooped up the largest amount of Bitcoin they have in history for their ETF, right? Amidst the crash, the world's largest hedge fund is buying when the retail trader is selling. Today, as Bitcoin's recovered a bit, the total spot Bitcoin ETF trading volume surpasses 2.1 billion, another record. And this funny meme, people who dumped their crypto bags a few days ago seeing this. And a lot of that crash on Monday, a variety of things were at play, but the big thing was the Japan currency, the stock index, the Nikkei, took a big hit because of the yen. It's not only recovered, but it is now higher, okay? Just in the matter of 2 days. If that doesn't look like manipulation to you, I don't know what does. But then you compound that with BlackRock making their biggest Bitcoin purchase ever, and I think the truth is pretty clear. If you guys need a spot to get XRP or other cryptos, I recommend Uphold, where I get my crypto every week. You can find a link to Uphold in the video description below. And if you want $41 for free, sign up with Webull, deposit 1 penny, and you get $41 in free stocks. You can get up to $3,000, but typically you just get $40 to $300. Sell your stocks, close your account, do whatever you want with that $40. A link to Webull in the video description below. In more, just prove that this was market manipulation. JP Morgan reveals institutions scooped up $14 billion on Monday, while retail investors sold $1 billion. You have been took, had, and bamboozled. Market manipulation at its finest. A good tweet here from this guy, Alpha Whiff Hat. He's the number 6 all-time trader. I think this is Bybit or Binance. All-time profit and loss, $54 million. This guy's one of the best traders in all of cryptocurrency, and here's his current outlook on the market. The Japanese stock index rebounded sharply, up 8% at some point after it was down 10%, more volatile than your altcoins. This is a mini version of, I can't say this on YouTube, but much more mild. Last time, Crypto Haze saved crypto in our dreams by shutting down market making. This is the guy that owned OKX, or BitMEX. Yesterday, God offered us a great buying opportunity at max fear, but the opportunity has now passed. Don't FOMO at these current prices, because this is likely not a V-shaped bounce, but will take some time to settle, and I won't be surprised if Bitcoin retests the lows and goes for a much lower price once again. Study big capitulation events in the past. My hunch is this is likely not March 2020 V-shaped pump, although yesterday's sentiment was quite similar. There's too much damage that has happened. All coins are all dead, similar to March 2020. They need time to heal. Good thing is quicker, easy, is clearing on the plate within the next few months, but not as quick as last time. Then give some prices. And he says as long as Bitcoin holds 43K, the bull market is still intact. That is the demand zone for Bitcoin right now. So under 43K is when you should be a little bit worried. Now, talking about the data from the beginning of the video that I think is very telling. And really quick, if you guys do use Twitter, join my Twitter community. I believe there's a link below. And if you find good articles or information, post in the Twitter community. I want to get this active again. And I'll feature you guys in my future videos if you post some good content in here. And I also have a free Telegram group. If you do use Telegram, check that out in the description below. Just talk all things crypto in the markets. So he says, I'm pretty sure something is happening behind the scenes. 404,448 Bitcoin have moved to permanent holder addresses. These are addresses that have never sold. over the past 30 days, and it's clearly accumulation. We'll know within a year. Just July 24th, 12 days ago, that number was 358,000. So in the past 12 days, amidst all this chaos, these permanent holder addresses, a lot of these are ETF addresses where they're not buying Bitcoin to trade it. They're buying Bitcoin to back up the value of their ETF. It's just going to sit in cold storage wallets and be off the market forever. And I think this data is very telling, right? A lot of people are wondering, with this big crash, is Bitcoin going to go back up to all-time highs once again in the short term? Are we in for a short-term bear market? Who knows? But I think when you see right here the massive amount of capital that's going into Bitcoin, not to buy and sell, but permanent holder addresses, I think that should make you feel a lot better about this long term. The Bitcoin bottom is not in. Bitcoin traders are setting price targets in the low 40K range. Bitcoin's down 31% over the last 3 days in a once in a 7 to 10 year event, right? Bitcoin doesn't dump that fast, that quick, and that much, very much ever. $500 billion was wiped out in just 24 hours. A lot of people liquidated. And what they're looking at for, besides the 43K level, other macro conditions. The current Bitcoin price comes at a backdrop of numerous factors: weak U.S. economic and jobs data. An interesting thing about this, every time that the U.S. has had 4 consecutive increases in unemployment, we've entered a recession, and that happened recently with the last jobs report. I don't think it's pretty far-fetched. I think we've been in a recession for a while, actually, but I think it formally will be called a recession within this year. He says, have we been hit by the perfect storm? Independent trader Bob Lucas referred to this as a once in a 7 to 10 year event, which makes it difficult to tell which move the market will take immediately after such a drawdown. He is of the opinion that the correction may go on until mid-September, with a good rally at some point. Fellow analyst McKenna warned Bitcoin investors not to expect a sharp recovery in the short term, adding that the market could move sideways for 1 to 2 months. Founder of hedge fund MN Capital, Michael Vandepop, took a more neutral stance, saying that the ongoing correction in Bitcoin's price could either define the cycle's bottom or initiate the start of a big crisis. Crypto Quant founder Ki Young Ju, I just covered his tweet right here, set the lower target within 45 to 55K, which is the cost basis of mining companies, right? If mining companies are making profit, they might not be incentivized to sell their coins. But if mining companies are not making profit at current Bitcoin levels, they'll be forced to sell their Bitcoin to cover their electricity costs, which would obviously be a lot of sell pressure. And to confirm a bear market, we have to drop below. Funny tweet from Brad Garlinghouse here. He says, for whatever reason, I've been hanging on to this one for a while. Probably my favorite all time from the XRP community. And it's a picture right here, and it says, laugh now, but one day XRP will power the world. I think that was pretty special. In the XRP chart, we don't typically look at it on the yearly chart, but you can see right here, this is what you call a pennant. This is the flagpole. This is the flag right here. And how perfect that it intersects right here at a 6-year-long resistance and a 6-year-long support. The next candle of 2025 could be very epic like this, but something's going to happen. This chart has to break out. There's no other chart like it in crypto. Talking about the partnership with Dubai, Ripple has partnered with the largest financial center in Dubai, the Dubai International Financial Center. What does this mean? As per the official announcement, Ripple will link emerging developers with the DIFC Innovation Hub through the XRP ledger. The goal is to promote blockchain among startups and scale-ups. Additionally, this collaboration aims to expand the technology's potential to traditional institutions. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse also believes that the UAE offers advanced and clear regulations for registered companies. A report by BitGet in April revealed a 166% year-over-year increase in daily traders in the region. Traders are moving to the UAE, Dubai, Bitcoin guys, crypto founders, and it makes sense. There's no capital gains tax, right? So if you make a bunch of money in crypto, you're not paying it back to the government, and they're trying to get people to move there. They're making laws that are favorable towards crypto. They're giving regulatory clarity. So it makes sense why Dubai is and will become even more of a city of crypto in the future. And this is an older tweet from David Schwartz talking about the price of XRP. I've covered this before in the past, and this guy kind of misleads you a bit. David Schwartz, CTO of Ripple, suggests that envisioning XRP reaching 1 million per coin is actually more practical than aiming for just $1 per coin. I'm not calling for a $1 million XRP, but what he says in this article is that a higher price of XRP is built into the design. So the question is, if banks were to adopt Ripple, which means they have to purchase XRP, would they not want to keep the market price of XRP low? If XRP is finite, cannot be mined, then wouldn't that hinder mainstream adoption? He says no, the price of XRP you need to make a $1 million payment will always be at least $1 million. The truth is precisely the opposite. Higher prices tend to correlate with higher liquidity, which means cheaper payments. Imagine if you wanted to use Bitcoin as an intermediary currency to buy a $1 million house back when Bitcoin was worth $100. In the process of trying to buy enough Bitcoin to buy the house, you push the price up significantly. When the recipient tries to convert those Bitcoins to their local currency, they push the price down significantly. The effect would be so bad that back then it would not have been practical to use Bitcoins to buy a house. Now with Bitcoin over 10,000, that's a cinch. You can buy $1 million worth of Bitcoin without moving the market significantly because the price is higher, so you need a smaller fraction of the available Bitcoins to do so. So a higher priced asset is a better vehicle for payments. Now, when we're talking about XRP, we're not talking about buying a $1 million house. We're talking about transferring cross-border hundreds of billions, trillions of dollars, depending on how much of the market they get daily. So the price of XRP, to incentivize people to use it, would have to be high. Otherwise, the slippage in the liquidity of people doing transactions worth $100 billion, the price impact is going to be too high for it to even be feasible. And the whole purpose of XRP is to make cross-border payments more efficient. And so they've obviously calculated that in to the market strategy of XRP as it grows and as it becomes more adopted. What do I want to cover next? So this was a really interesting article about Mt. Gox. So Mt. Gox was the first crypto exchange. It went under. A lot of people lost all their Bitcoin that they had on the exchange. And just this year, starting this year, Mt. Gox, the foundation, has actually started paying back the people that lost their money. However, there's a lot of people from Mt. Gox that left Mt. Gox and took government positions with crypto firms, and now are major venture capitalists and miners, which is a little bit alarming because this exchange was not run well and rug pulled a lot of people. So Blake Benthall, he was arrested for running Mt. Gox 2.0. He cut a deal to stay out of prison and work for the government while restarting and running Mt. Gox after, this is Ross Ulbricht. He ran the world's largest underground dark web called Silk Road, and he got 5 life sentences. Absolutely crazy. So after the Silk Road guy was arrested, Blake went and worked for SpaceX. After his arrest, he began to work for the government and gave the agents access to Mt. Gox and the keys to the Mt. Gox Bitcoin wallets. In 2021, he began a crypto startup called Fathom X, which the same investigators who arrested him became investors in, right? So this guy's arrested. He does a deal, starts working for the people that arrested him, and then in 2021 makes a crypto startup, and those same investigators invest in the company. New York FBI agent Vincent D'Agostino, who investigated Blake Benthall, a guy we just talked about, actually invested in his new startup. He allegedly also set up Bitcoin mining software at his house, left the FBI, and joined a private security firm offering to help companies hit by ransomware attacks, like Lazarus and the other quote-unquote North Korean hackers. The thing about hackers, guys, is whenever the news tells you Russia hacked this, China hacked this, a good hacker will never get tracked. So how are they going to know it's North Korea? How are they going to know it's China? Well, they'll say the hacker left a trail, right? Hackers will purposely do that. Maybe they'll use a different language to mislead the investigators, but a good hacker, you never know the source of a good hacker. Just keep that in mind. Katie Hahn, the original prosecutor against Blake Benthall, the guy we talked about at first, quit to become a venture capitalist for crypto's biggest venture capital firm, Andreessen Horowitz. Homeland Security agent Jared D., who operated undercover as Cirrus on Mt. Gox and was a part for Mt. Gox 1.0 and 2.0 investigations, left Homeland Security to work for Chainalysis, the company who blames crypto's biggest exploits incorrectly on North Korea and Lazarus. Lazarus is a hacking group. But Chainalysis is like the largest company that analyzes blockchain transactions, analyzes hacks, things like that. So yeah, very interesting stuff. This goes to show you the people that talk bad about crypto and do bad things in crypto. Not only do they have a lot of power, but when they say bad things about crypto, they don't always mean it. Guys, thanks for giving me 15 minutes of your day. If you made it to the end of the video, comment Mt. Gox in the comment section below so I know who my loyal viewers are. And have a blessed day. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your families. Until next time.